OSM is on the air.
Shall we begin?
Here's Londie.
Oh, here I am again.
Let's begin now.
Let's begin now.
I lived my life up on the shelf, pretending I was someone else. That's no way to groove. So now I live my truth. I stomp on pedals and go like this. I go. I met this girl downtown. I thought she was the crown jewel of every woman that I knew. But she just kept on walking, and I just kept on stalking. There was something there I knew. And then she said to me so condescendingly, as if she had something to prove. If you want my attention, perhaps you might just mention exactly what it is you do. Oh, I told the truth. Stomp on pedals and go like this. I go. Who laughed and cried, thinking that moment that I knew. I went and met her dad, boy, he looked kind of mad. Said, son, just tell the truth. I hope that you're the one, you're not here just for fun. Exactly what is it you do? Pedals and go like this. I go. I used to hang my head in shame because I wasn't quite the same as everyone I knew. But then I learned to love myself as well as everybody else. I'm proud of what I do. I stomp on pedals and go like this. I go.
Walter Finley. I can't begin to tell you how much I enjoy Walter Finley's music. He's a composer and a lyricist, and he is absolutely brilliant at it. You can find more of Walter's music up on YouTube at Walter Finley Music. Walter is a composer and a lyricist and a brilliant guitarist. In fact, he plays several instruments. I highly recommend Walter as somebody to maybe follow, because his rise to stardom is well on its way, and I really expect to hear some great things out of Walter Finley. All of the people that you hear on these shows are members of our group, which is the Open Stage Musicians group on Facebook. I wanted to play a fun song for you. The first time I heard Debbie Stinnett Sweet sing this, it just kind of tickled my funny bone because I had never heard the song before, and now I find out that it's a classic. So wait till you hear the cover of X's and O's by Debbie Marie Stinnett Sweet.
Well, I had me a boy, turned him into a man. I showed him all the things that he didn't understand. Whoa. And then I let him go. Now there's one in California who's been cursing my name, 'cause I found me a better lover in the UK. Hey, hey. Until I made my getaway. Ha ha. 1, 2, 3, they're gonna run back to me, 'cause I'm the best baby that they never gotta keep. 1, 2, 3, they're gonna run back to me. They always wanna come, but they never wanna leave. Exes and the oh-oh-ohs, they haunt me. Like oh-oh-ohs, they want me to make them oh-oh-oh. They won't let go. X's and O's. I had a summer lover down in New Orleans, kept him warm in the winter, left him frozen in the spring. My, how the seasons go by. I get high and I love to get low, so the hearts keep breaking and the heads just roll. You know, that's how the story goes. 1, 2, 3, they're gonna run back to me, 'cause I'm the best baby that they never gotta keep. 1, 2, 3, they're gonna run back to me. They always wanna come, but they never wanna leave. Exes and the oh-oh-ohs, they haunt me. Like oh-oh-ohs, they want me to make them oh-oh-oh. They won't let go. My exes and the oh-oh-ohs, they haunt me. Like oh-oh-ohs, they want me to make them oh-oh-oh. They won't let go. X's and O's. 1, 2, 3, they're gonna run back to me. Climbing over mountains and a sailing overseas. 1, 2, 3, they're gonna run back to me. They always wanna come, but they never wanna leave. My exes and the oh-oh-ohs, they haunt me. Like oh-oh-ohs, they want me to make them oh-oh-oh. They won't let go. Exes and the oh-oh-ohs, they haunt me. Like oh-oh-ohs, they want me to make them oh-oh-oh. They won't let go. X's and O's.
I gotta tell you, I love that so much. If you'd like to hear more music by Sweet Debbie, you can check her out on SingSnap. She goes by the name Sing Dee Dee Sing on SingSnap, and she has a bunch of great songs up there. We're going to move along. I've got something kind of special for you. This guy and I have only met each other recently. Phil West joined my group, and he is one of the premier guitarists I have heard for a while. I'm talking rock, okay? Talking some really good stuff. So I wanted to play a song by Phil, and this one is called Heard You the First Time. I love the title. Rock on, Phil. That's all I'm saying. So now that you've heard Amazing Phil, let me tell you that Phil actually lives in Portland, Tennessee, which is pretty close to Nashville, kind of, sort of, maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, he's the owner, producer, composer, and engineer at Rock the Planet Sound Studios. I'd say he's got the sound down pretty well, so if you want to contact Phil West, you're going to have to find him on Facebook, because that's the only place I've ever found him. So Phil West on Facebook. Moving on. Our next awesome person is Darron Cox, and it's Darron Cox, C-O-X. Because there's multiple spellings of all those words, I wanted to make sure you knew exactly what his name was, so that when you try to find him, you'll know how to spell his name. So the song I'm going to play for you from Darron is called On Again, Off Again. I like that title, don't you?
Baby, can we talk? Well, something's weighing on my heart. You see, there's a pain inside of me, so I don't know where to start. Well, I don't think you're ready for what our hearts have to say, 'cause every time they open up, well, you seem to run away. And then we're on again, we're off again, like a roller coaster ride. And every little turn has got me hanging on for life. So darling, won't you help me? You know I'm just so damn confused. Why does my heart tell me to stay when your mind tells me we're through? Clouded by the doubt of what's meant for you and me, when we're both on different pages, girl, it makes us hard to read. Well, this could be a great love story that may never even get told, 'cause someday when you come back, you may find the book is closed. But one day you're right there with me, the next day you'll be gone, and my mind's left to wonder why my heart feels all alone. And then we're on again, we're off again, like a roller coaster ride. And every little turn has got me hanging on for life. So darling, could you help me? You know I'm just so damn confused. Why does my heart tell me to stay when your mind tells me we're through? Why does my heart tell me to stay when your mind tells me we're through?
Now tell me that's not a song you want to just run right out and either buy or sing. I'm pretty sure that Darron's going to be listening to this. I just got to say, I really love that song. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have something special for you. If you tuned in with us on Wednesday, I had an interview with Loretta Reynolds. But I don't have time to interview everybody, and so I have this amazing admin from my group whose name is Bernd Hansen. And Bernd did an interview with Dominic, Kaye, that I am just so proud of. So I want to play you the first part of this. We're going to play it in a couple of segments. So this is part one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Mr. Bernd Hansen interviewing Mr. Dominic Kaye.
Stay for just a while. Still let me look at you. It's been so long I hardly knew you. Standing in the door. Stay with me a while. I only want to talk to you. We traveled halfway around the world to find ourselves again. September morn, we danced until the night became a pretty day. Two lovers playing scenes from some romantic play. September morning still can make me feel that way.
Hi everybody, my name's Dominic Kaye. I'm from England and I'm in my 50s, a very loving husband, a proud dad of two, and as of recently, a doting granddad of a little boy called Miles. I've always known I was musical, even from a very, very young age, and my parents took me to learn the violin, which I kind of excelled in, but I'm talking about I was kind of like probably 8 or 9 years old at the time, and then from there I started playing not the flute, the recorder, as it were.
Song sung blue, everybody knows one. Song sung blue, every garden grows one. Me and you are subject to the blues now and then. But when you take the blues and make song, you sing them out again.
Like, if you put an instrument in my hand, within kind of like a few weeks, I'd be playing it quite well. But I knew I could sing, but I never wanted to sing as a kid. And I was forced to sing once at school because they were looking for somebody to sing a song that the school had written. And they walked up and down every class in the whole school listening to all the kids singing this song at the same time. And they were walking, as all the kids in each class were singing, they were walking up and down the desks. And they kind of like, I felt a hand on my shoulder and I thought, oh no, please no. And it was a disaster because I learnt the song, but I was so nervous. My literally, you can imagine a little boy staying on stage in front of the whole school and parents, and my knees were shaking, my teeth were chattering. I was sweating. I was a total wreck. So it didn't go too well. And I think that kind of put me off a little while from singing. But as I grew older, I loved music, and I used to sing. I used to be a bathroom singer, as a lot of people are. And I always wanted to go to karaoke. And for years, I'd say to my wife, I'm going to get up and do a song. If we ever went on holiday and they had a karaoke bar, I'm going to go and do a song. And I'll never do one. And I'll do it tomorrow, and I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow never came because we came back from holiday. And then one day, I don't know what it was. Something inside me said, yeah, get up and do it. And I was at a karaoke and I got up and sang, and you couldn't get the microphone out of my hand after that. So it was quite funny.
When did you start really singing, like for the fun of it?
I did grow up with music around me, but I didn't really sing until quite a few years later. I always wanted to sing when I was a bit younger, but I never had the courage until I was probably in my very late 20s or very early 30s when I started to discover the joys of karaoke. And once I got up there and started singing, people couldn't get the microphone out of my hands, basically. So, yeah, that's my musical experience growing up as a child. My singing is my own business. I mean, a lot of people say, "Oh, it's not work; it's just singing," but it's not. I mean, I own a. I used to own a automotive kind of like paint factors, so we used to provide paints and things like that for the motor industry. And then I went on to start singing. Then I went to Microsoft after that, and then after Microsoft I was singing full time. But I also own my own entertainment agency as well, so I'm an entertainment agent. So I run that as well as my singing career.
So you learned a lot about the music business just from running your own agency and handling artists.
Oh yeah. I mean, the agency was born through a lot of people's lack of trust in live artists, because a lot of places that I used to go to would say, "Oh, we don't want live artists because we've had them before and they've been very, very poor," and people have been complaining. And yes, there are some bad artists out there, but there's a whole a massive amount of really good acts. And so I started the agency basically under the proviso that we would always supply good acts, because I vet everybody that I take onto the books, you see.
So what kinds of artists and what levels would you handle in your agency?
All kinds of levels, including kind of like some famous people from the 80s, and some sort of like and lots of bands and tributes, and both, to be honest with you. So I was managing artists, and we were booking theatres and putting our artists in there as well, and basically kind of just doing all sorts of things, really. So, but predominantly I was just an agent for those artists, and most of the theatre work was my own my own tribute act, but we did put others acts in theatres as well. The agency started just about the time I left Microsoft, actually, give or take a month or two.
So part of your agency's success was that you gave them a dependable product every time.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So we guaranteed that, satisfaction guaranteed. So they'd always get a good artist, a good time. They'd always have a good time.
So from what I understand, your entertainment career got off to a little bit of an unusual start.
Yes, I have done some unusual things. I applied for a TV show once, and a guy called Darron came and taught me how to mass hypnotize, and I did have an audience of 100 that I was responsible for, and I had 20 of the 100 come up on stage, of which I managed to hypnotize 12. It was hilarious getting them to do all sorts of silly things, like forget their names and think that their seats were very hot, and they'd jump up and yell because they thought they were burning their backsides, basically. So I've done a few silly things. I've been locked in a cage with a tiger, and other things that I can't even remember at the moment. But yes, I've done lots of different and unusual things in life.
So have you used hypnotism in your shows since then at all?
Yeah, well, sort of like if I ever get a really, really big round of applause, it's probably because I have hypnotized them and said, "You like me?" So, clap.
So tell me about how this went from a part-time gig to a full-time career idea.
I kind of made the decision myself. I had a friend at the time who I met at the karaoke that I used to go to weekly, and he became a kind of like a semi-professional singer, so doing the circuit, as it were, around the bars and the clubs, etc. And he kind of spurred me on a little bit at the time, and so I started doing it semi-professionally as well whilst I was working with Microsoft. But when the contract fell through from Microsoft, then I basically decided to fall back on it full time, and I never looked back. It just took off. It was quite it was quite a thing the way it did it. It kind of everything fell in place at the time, so no regrets.
She may be the face trace of pleasure or regret, maybe my treasure or the price I have to pay. She may be the song the summer sings, maybe the chill that autumn brings, maybe 100 different things within the measure of a day. She may be the beauty or the beast, maybe the famine or the feast, may turn each day into a heaven or a hell.
My Neil Diamond show actually went on to become a very, very large and very successful Neil Diamond tribute stage show in theatres, and we've been performing all over the United Kingdom with an 11-piece band. So that includes 3 brass, 2 keys, drums and percussion, 2 female backing vocalists, lead guitar and bass guitar, as well as a conductor to boot. So very big, very successful show. Sadly, nothing's going on now due to COVID, but we're looking forward to doing more shows in 2021 and beyond.
So besides sounding like Neil Diamond, was there any other work that you did, such as like learning his style of speaking or inflections or the way he stood or the way he moved, his looks and so on?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. That's a very good question. Basically looking at videos of Neil Diamond's performances, and I mean the vocals were more or less there, so you know, it's just a case of perfecting the moves and the afflictions, etc., in the vocals. And as far as looks are concerned, I never went down the route of the blue sparkly shirts and the silver scarf, which is what 90% of Neil Diamond tributes go out with. So that the 1980s jazz singer look. I always, if I'm going to be a tribute and an impersonation of somebody, I need to look as close to that person as current as look as possible. So I tend to go for the dark clothes. I have greyed out my hair, which sometimes looks great and sometimes doesn't look so good. But and I've also left the stubble there because Neil Diamond is very, he's grey now and he grows a beard, and I try to look as close as I can to him within reason, as well as, so as well as sounding a bit like him, I try and look like him as well, so people do get that experience. Because the show's called Neil Diamond, The Experience, so I try to give them that Neil Diamond experience, really.
So how far has Dominic Kaye travelled with his Neil Diamond tribute show?
I've been very fortunate to be able to work not only in England and the United Kingdom, but also in several countries, including 4 one-night shows in Bahrain, in the United Arab Emirates. So that was 4 separate occasions where I was flown out and asked to perform a single show. And then flown back again. So quite tiring, but very, very worthwhile and great fun as well.
So there's a lot of tribute shows out there, and a lot of them use karaoke or recorded background tracks. How did you end up with an 11-piece band?
They kind of recruited me, to be honest with you, and it went down from there. So they recruited me initially, and then I started putting shows on and hiring them. But yeah, they've all got full-time jobs, or most of them are working. A couple of them, I think, are retired now, but most of them are working and have full-time jobs. The band is a very, very well-known band in Europe called Opus One, and they do a lot of the swing stuff. So predominantly that's how they started with the 50s and the swing stuff.
How long have you been doing the Neil Diamond show with the full-piece band?
And we've had that running with the band. I mean, I've been doing Neil Diamond now for several years, but with the band, it's been just over 3 years nearly. And we started off fairly low key, but we were booking into around about 8 to 10 theatres around the country per year on average. So there'd be one night shows. There'd be one night shows. So most of the time we'd be hiring the theatre and putting the show on ourselves. But occasionally some of the theatres would either do a split deal with us or hire us in to do the show. But then we've done other venues apart from theatres. We've done some very large clubs as well. And I do the solo show as well in a lot of bars and clubs and restaurants and hotels.
How do you see yourself as an unofficial Neil Diamond emissary out there in the world?
I try to do him justice, and it's not. Bernd, when I say this, I don't perform. I do perform. Obviously, it's for me, and it's a living. But I perform for the audience. If you can get what I'm saying. So I try to do justice to the artist, and it doesn't matter if it's Neil Diamond, Sinatra, or UB40. I try to do justice to people that have paid money to go and see that show. Obviously, people can't see Neil Diamond anymore because he's now retired due to health issues. But I'd like to think that I'm a fairly close substitute as far as a night's entertainment is concerned with Neil Diamond fans. So obviously it's not the real thing, nowhere near, but I'd like to think that I'm giving them as close an experience as possible, without having to pay a fortune to see me as well.
I hated to stop it at that point, but I wanted to try to just give you about 15 minutes of that interview and then give you the other 15 minutes next Wednesday at 6 p.m. on Open Stage Musicians, so I hope you'll tune in for that. The next thing I'm going to play for you, though, is something by Bernd Hansen. He's not going to sing it, though. He has a couple of friends, and they're friends of mine, too, because they are members of my group. Bernd did a beautiful job of writing this, and Christa, Owen, Volker, and Azer did a beautiful job of singing this. The name of Bernd's song is Back to Me. I hope you enjoyed as much as I do.
It's been so long since you've been gone, but now the time has gone.
We can see that our hearts will be together again as one. My fever grows as each moment flows
to the time when I see you again.
I just can't wait till the arrival gate brings us together, and then when you come back to me, my heart will be a flutter.
You'll melt me just like butter.
When you come back to me, I'll weaken at your touch.
I've missed hearing that so much.
When I come back to you, I'll sweep you in my arms and hold you so close to me. When you come back to me, I'll gaze into your eyes and tell you how good life will be.
Each passing day that you've been away, this longing's grown deep inside.
To have you here, whispering in my ear that you'll be here right by my side. I just can't wait for our hearts to be together
and to hold you the whole night through.
We'll say a wish, this time will be forever, and seal it with a kiss when you sweep you in my arms and hold you so close to me. When you come back to me, I'll gaze into your eyes and tell you how good life will be. When you come back to me, I'll whisper to you softly how magical life will be.
See, wasn't that beautiful? I think it's beautiful. And because I think it's so beautiful, I thought I'd let you hear Christa Owen Volker by herself. But finding something just by Christa Owen Volker seemed to be an issue because she goes to Smule and she sings with everybody because that's the kind of person that she is. She never shines the spotlight specifically on herself. She always shares it with someone else. However, I did find one on YouTube that she did that is a song that was written by a gentleman named Larry Bissell, I believe is how you pronounce his last name. Please forgive me, Larry, if I pronounced that wrong. And I thought maybe I would play this for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you Christa Owen as she sings Moments.
Moments with you will always be just like the birds singing a song and a breeze with falling leaves, now here and now gone. Moments turn to minutes, then to hours, into days filled with memories for a lifetime, then into dreams that will never fade away. Moments with you will always be warm like the sun with rays of gold, or the moon with all its glow lighting my soul. Moments turn to minutes, then to hours, into days filled with memories for a lifetime, then into dreams that will never fade away. Moments with you will always be just like a stream and mountain air, and a child bowing her head and saying a prayer. So these moments turn to minutes, then to hours, into days filled with memories for a lifetime, then into dreams that will never fade away.
The amazing Christa Owen. Absolutely beautiful, Christa. If you're wondering where to find Christa, you can find her on Facebook a lot of the time under Christa Owen Volker. If you want to contact Christa, you can contact her directly. through Facebook, or you can contact me at Open Stage Musicians, and I will pass along that you are interested in hearing more from her. But the main place you're going to find Christa is on Smule, S-M-U-L-E, and if you're not familiar with that app, it's a great, fun place to go and sing some songs, and it's got some beautiful, beautiful effects that you can add to your music. Highly recommend it, but go there to find Christa Owen and all of her friends. And now I can't wait for you to meet one of my favorite people. I'm honored to say that we have become friends. His name is Timo Standing Buffalo Cano, and hopefully we'll be having an interview with him sometime soon.
I can only give you magic, if but only for one night. And I know you want the world from me, girl, but I can't love you 'cause it ain't right. 'Cause my heart's been spoken to by someone else, girl. My heart whatever became of the love and the feelings, feelings of ecstasy? Whatever became of the children we used to be? 'Cause my heart's been spoken to by someone else, girl. Well, my heart don't belong to you. I'm trying to find a way. There is no easy way. I found the words just to tell you that I finally found the one, and now my life is just begun. Just begun. Oh, my heart's been spoken to by someone else, girl. Well, my heart don't belong, don't belong.
And that, my friends, is Timo Cano. I love his voice. I love his delivery. He just has a wonderful, wonderful presence. Even when you're not with him, he has a wonderful presence. He's that kind of a guy. I want to move along, but what I want to tell you is we're going to do some gospel. On Sundays, we always have Gospel Sunday. And a lot of my members love singing gospel songs and posting them. So if you ever want to just feel the spirit moving, come on over to our place on Sundays at Open Stage Musicians, and they are there with so many wonderful, wonderful hymns. Right now, I'd like to introduce you to one of our members. His name is Cody Farlow. Cody is going to do a cover of a beautiful song by the group Mercy Me, and this song is called Even If. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do.
say sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. Right now I'm losing mine. Stood on this stage night after night, reminding the broken it'll be alright. Right now, oh right now I just can't. It's easy to sing when there's nothing to bring me down. What will I say when I'm held to the flame like I am right now? I know you're able and I know you can see through the fire with your mighty hand. But even if you don't, my hope is you alone. They say it only takes a little faith to move a mountain. A good thing, a little faith is all I have right now. God, when you choose to leave mountains unmovable, give me the strength to be able to sing. It is well with my soul. I know you're able and I know you can save through the fire with your mighty hand. But even if you don't, my hope is you alone. I know the sorrow and I know the hurt, but I'll away if you just say the word. But even if you don't, my hope is you alone. You've been faithful, you've been good all my days. Jesus, I will cling to you. Come one day, 'cause I know you're able, and I know you can. I know you're able, I know you can see through the fire with your mighty hand. But even if you don't, my hope is you alone. I know the sorrow, I know that, but I'll go if you just say the word. But even if you don't, my hope is you alone. My hope is you alone. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul.
Beautifully done, Cody. I'm just so proud of you. Okay, now I want to introduce you to a couple of friends of mine who live in Norway, Torill and Jackie Stevens.
The call comes ringing on the restless waves. Send the light, send the light. There are souls to rescue, there are souls to save. Send the light, send the light, send the light. The blessed gospel light, let it shine from shore to shore. Send the light, the blessed gospel light, let it shine forevermore. We have heard the Macedonian call today. Send the light, send the light, and a golden offering at the cross we lay.
send the light, send the light, send the light, the blessed gospel light, let it shine from shore to shore. Send the light, the blessed gospel light, let it shine forevermore. Send the light, the blessed gospel light, let it shine from shore to shore. Send the light, the blessed gospel light, let it shine forevermore. Let us pray that grace may everywhere abound. Send the light, send the light, and the Christ-like spirit everywhere be found. Send the light, send the light, send the light, the blessed gospel light, let it shine from shore to shore. Send the light, the blessed gospel light, let it shine forevermore. Send the light, the blessed gospel light, let it shine from shore to shore. Send the light, the blessed gospel light, let it shine forevermore. Let it shine forevermore.
The amazing thing about Jackie and Torill is that they do all that harmony themselves. So what you heard was just the two of them, and they were doubling up and tripling up and fourpling up and doing the harmony. And it's just so beautiful when they do. Well, the old clock on the wall says, hang it up, girl. It's time to fix supper. So I will let you go for today, but we're going to be back on Wednesday at 6 p.m. But until then, remember, please come by and join us on Facebook. The name of our group is Open Stage Musicians. We don't tolerate bullies. We just have fun. As we go out, I'm going to play you something of mine. I know, I'm getting really brave, aren't I? Oh, well, I hope I see you Wednesday after playing this, okay? Thank you very much, and I apologize to anybody who speaks French.
I would like to apologize to the French people in the audience, especially the Canadians and the people who belong to France, because I don't do French. Look what they done to my song, ma. Look what they done to my song. Well, it's the only thing I could do half right, and it's turning out all wrong, ma. Look what they done to my song. I wish I could find a good book to live in. I wish I could find a real good book. Well, if I could find a real good book, I never have to come out and look at what they done to my song. Look what they done to my brain, ma. Look what they done to my brain. Well, they cooked it like a chicken bone, and I think I'm half insane, ma. Look what they done to my brain. Here we go. Ils ont changé ma chanson, ma. Ils ont changé ma chanson, ma. C'est les sujets et j'ai pas fait. Qu'est-ce que c'est que whatever. Oh, ils ont changé ma chanson. I usually do it better. Look what they done to my song, ma. Look what they done to my song, ma. Well, they tied it up in a plastic bag and turned it upside down, ma. Well, look what they done to my song. Everybody sing. La 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 la, la 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 la. I know you survive.